Hey guys, I started noticing a weird pattern lately with news stories where instead of reporting the way they used to do, that so and so had happened, right? They started saying according to so and so. Now that's a common thing. They've always done that before with some news stories. They'll say what happened and then they'll say according to this person and that person. That's normal. But what this is something that they should be quoting an official source for. They'll add a lot of words that are like escape clauses, like caveats, so to speak, or disclaimers. Like right now it says U.S. Coast Guard reports that they seized $220 million worth of cocaine, and that they released a picture of the alleged drug boat on fire. I'm sitting here thinking, man, that's weird. I don't normally remember reading stories like that with all those extra disclaimers and caveats in them. Coast Guard claims, alleged drug boat. It's almost like they either know themselves or they're just being told, listen, we want you to report this story, but we know that especially nowadays with all the internet sleuths out there, I mean, look how quick we got on the Charlie Kirk thing. Within hours, people were picking apart the official story. So it's very difficult for them to pull the wool over our eyes like they used to when it was just broadcast news. One source, you couldn't double check or fact check anything because there was no live sources that you could research in that moment. You'd have to ask someone to ask someone else to maybe hear this or that. Then you may have to physically go to a police station or to a government office and request information and be told no. I mean, it could take you weeks to put together a story that disputes the official narrative. Now it's within moments. Now, I'm not saying you just believe every crackpot theory that's out there, but I'm just saying it's a lot easier now. You can go to the actual source. You can watch the video. You can see police reports. You can see the press conference and pick it apart. There's a lot more sources now for you to dispute these official narratives, and they know that. And the main one that is really bothering me is where the way that it was reported in the news is Donald Trump has just tweeted, Charlie Kirk is dead. And as soon as I read that, I said, wait, Donald Trump? What, is Donald Trump the medical examiner? Why are they claiming Donald Trump? They should say, we're receiving official reports now from University Hospital and from the widow of Charlie Kirk that he has in fact passed away. And then have a crew outside the hospital saying, yeah, we spoke to hospital staff here, and yes, they are confirming that, he has passed away. He was in surgery for this much time. You know what I'm saying? No, it was they posted a tweet and said, Donald Trump. Every single news station that I saw posted it that way. Donald Trump has reported that Charlie Kirk is dead. I get that he's the president of the United States, but why is it up to him to pronounce someone dead? That was so strange to me. So it's almost like these news agencies now know that they're reporting incorrect information or unsubstantiated information, but they still do it. They add a little disclaimer with it. That way, in case it gets found to not be true, they can just say, oh, well, we reported what we had at the time. And we did say it's alleged. We did say that according to Donald Trump. So that I've just started noticing that pattern lately because I read and watch a lot of news stories. So it's easy for me to pick out patterns when I've always seen it written and said a certain way. For it to suddenly change, it stands out. It stands out immediately. What have you guys noticed?